Hello, guys, and welcome to a short video about. I just want to talk about Tifa. So apparently, for the past just last weekend, yeah, we're taken by a storm, Typhoon Tifa. People are now obsessing on Tifa. Yeah, this is right. So before I go to my main point, just want to talk about Square Soft or Square Enix by now, but how Squaresoft was thriving back in the day. So back in the days, yeah, whenever there is a game that comes out from Squaresoft, so probably it's those RPG days. So that was 20 years ago. So they're really making money of their, should I say, yeah, RPG games which are really good. Sino Saga, of course, the Final Fantasy series, Sino Saga, Front Mission. There's really a lot of RPG games back then. What else? I'm thinking of. The one of my favorites was Parasite Eve. Then Parasite Eve 2 also. So that's a favorite of mine. But there's a lot of RPG back then. So whenever an RPG comes out of Squaresoft, it's a surefire. So that was back in 20 years ago. Maybe in a NES era, starting with Final Fantasy 1 and during the PlayStation 1 era also. So we move forward to PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 2, yep, maybe the only Square Enix game that I could, or yeah, that is Square Enix game that I could remember. Was like what the FF10 and 12. I mean, I'm thinking I could not think of other for sure there's other Square Enix. Oh, Valkyrie Profile also, but that's Square PS1 and PS2 also. But PS3 around that time to PS4, there's not much. Uh, Maybe I could just say Square Enix was just uh trying to what you say make themselves just they were just chilling, during that era because it's only FF13 was trash, and it took a while for FF15 to be completed, but it was not that. I could say maybe it's FF15 was quite successful, but currently, let's say from the past 5 years from today, the only thing that I could remember about Square Enix was the games that I could remember from Square Enix was there are only two. I think there's a third one, but I forgot. So that was a Final Fantasy. Okay, maybe FF15, FF14, which it brought a lot of a ton of money to Square Enix. And Nier Automata. Well, Nier is a near niche franchise, but people were loving Nier series. But Nier Automata was quite different because literally 2B was really doing the heavy lifting on of that I mean on Square because she bought a ton of money. Even though the game was 5 years ago ish or maybe 6 years ago, it's an old game right now, but Toby is carrying the projects for Square. I mean, she's what you call this? She is bringing a ton of revenue due to her deals. Like Toby, even though the game is there's no deal, there's a slight DLC. There's a slight DLC in that game, but even though there are now major what you call this games that were released or updates or addition continuation to the Nier Automata franchise or the Nier Automata saga. Tubi's deals with other games, crossover, being her in other games. These deals are really bringing a ton of revenue to Square Enix, and I could say that's really successful. I mean, she's bringing a hit. I mean, she's still carrying Square Enix. So these are the only two franchise. I forgot the third one. I think I was thinking of the another Square franchise. Maybe anyway. So she's really these two FF14. FF14 was so popular, and you know how much revenue also it brought to Square Enix. So these two currently are the ones who really bringing the lifeblood, or should I say resuscitating Square Enix, because Square Enix have been dealing with a lot of bad investments recently. Yeah, Forspoken, even Just Game, pure dumpster, straight trash, you know. And maybe the Marvel Avengers. There was a lot of, should I say, bad investments. They were really struggling, and you could see it in the price, their share price. Really, they dropped. Like they experience a massive loss in their valuation. So I mean, right now, Square is having a bad time. That's literally it. So they're riding on this one. They're riding. They putting their money on this one in the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is the second this coming, the part 2, Rebirth part 2, which will be released on leap year, which is 29th Friday. But I'm not sure if it is Asia time or probably America time. So I'm just thinking it might be America time. So it might be released on March 1 on Asia or in other countries. But anyway, going back to my point, so right now we're riding with this one. So last week, and this particular picture sums up everything. So Tifa's and Erit's Costa del Sol, or Costa bikini costume, which is it's riding waves. So when this came out, it's like, oh shit, people are just well, cannot be expected. This is a live service. I mean, not live. This is really fan service at its finest. And yeah, we're taken aback by storm. So people are really, really going bonkers with this one. Well, I could not. Well, I will be lying for myself if I'm not happy with this. But anyway, regardless, so this kind of a thing is circulating. So people's it's like I think before this came out, there were already a lot of or there is already a pre-review or pre-launch review scores of the game, and everything is 10 10 10 10 10 9 10 10 10. So okay, high expectations in the game, but hopefully there were I'm not sure if whatever they have reviewed in the pre-post thing is same during the launch, because some things happen in between where a particular thing gets updated during the launch date, and maybe I'm not sure if that will alter significantly their scores. But anyway, the reason why I'm talking about this particular picture, and everyone is rejoicing with this one, because just a while ago, like maybe 5-10 hours ago, or during the day, or yesterday, okay, there was a patch that happened. So this particular thing, so we're expecting this, and there was an upgrade, and one of the upgrades was this one. So apparently there were some censorships that were happening with Tifa. So I'm in this picture, I'm not sure if this really the actual picture. So on the left there is a censored version, like the swimsuit costumes in NA version. I mean, looking at this picture, it's quite different as compared with the ones on the right, which is the Japanese one, and this one also. So right now, while we're rejoicing 3 days ago or 4 days ago about what will happen in the remake intergrade, and now we're faced with this. So there's coming a backlash. So I was thinking a while, Tifa could save Square Enix. They could save the company. because of the I mean she's really gathering a lot of attention right now. I mean, especially when this came out. I mean, she's also requested in Tekken 8. I mean, you could just find it separately in other, just you could search it for yourself. So that's another thing. It's a fighting game shit. So she's requested. So Tifa is really creating games, and probably Square Enix betting in this game, and with Tifa that the franchise, or should I say the business, will be saved. Now this will be their golden shot, in the hopes of trying to turn around what's happening, to turn around their fortunes, you know. But with this censorship, with this slight censorship, I don't know if it will create a negative impact due to censorship. So apparently, I think when I was watching a lot of content creators, or I mean, someone discussing this, because I think Square Enix has a ethics department, and whenever their ethics department comes in, it's really giving them a tough time, because the ethics department might go with the developers or with the creators perspective, or they might distort them in order to should I say ethically, ethically, uh what's the right word, to ethically follow to ethical standards, to make to change the game based on ethical standards, maybe based on a particular country or particular region. Well, of course, if we go to Japan, I mean, it's fine there, it is what it is in Japan, but in other countries there might be some ethical aspects that need to consider. So this one, especially this one, so this one is creating a backlash. So the one on the top is before the update today, and this is the after update, patch update. So right now there's a civil war going. They're saying it's covering them up, and I was really thinking, so what was the cause of this? So maybe it's the ethics department. But when I was discussing this with one of my friends, shout out to Ryu Sho, my friend. Hope he's doing fine. So there might be a legal interpretation with this, or there. I think there is an there might be an interesting idea why they have done this. Because if we go back to the origin, this is the remake. So I'm not sure if they will still stick to the original script. Well, of course, the original script is the blueprint, but since this is a remake and this is not a remaster, so they have already changed some things, or maybe a lot of things in the storyline, but they still follow the same blueprint at least. But the actual story here might change. So the reason that they are doing this is because she's underage. I mean, my friend told me that she was underage during the Nibelheim scene. So in this particular scene, or before in Nibelheim, I hope I remember that correctly. Or I mean, that's what they told me. Or I'm just riding on him, or I'm just trusting my friend here. So in the Nibelheim part, in the original FF7 storyline, she's an underage. So Tifa was still a minor back then. And if we're taking this particular scene here, so that's what it is. So maybe that's the reason why they need to cover Tifa up here. I'm not sure if we go here. I mean, this one, it might be a dress issue. So maybe in the NA option, you could still use this, or you could just change whatever type of summer outfit the girls will wear during the Costa del Sol, sa story, or the Costa del Sol submission. So this one, I'm not sure. Maybe you could still go with the original Tifa summer outfit, which was marketed heavily. But this one is a different case because she's still a minor for this one. But again, this is a remake intergrade, so I'm not sure how far they could bend the story, or should I say change the storyline, since this is a remake. So that's the thing here. And people are creating, I mean, this one is generating a negative effect on Tifa, right? It's like it's hurting Tifa's value. So it's really funny. But I think that there might be a purpose for this one. There is a reason why they're doing this. Maybe that's the reason, or I don't know. No. I mean, they're not disclosing. I mean, there's no official statement yet if they will comment on this one, because I mean, if they have done this, then that's it for sure. Not unless they will retract this upgrade. So I guess that's the reason why they're covering Tifa. But for the summer, there might be still a chance that she might turn into this. But for this one, yeah, if they're following the original storyline, so yep, there might be a theory for this. So again, it will be interesting. The way I'm reason this, because I want to see how far Tifa could do the heavy lifting for Square Enix reputation, or maybe fortune. Yeah, Square Enix is riding on this game. It's a dire situation. It's a make or break thing for them because of their past what's happening to them in the past with the Forspoken thing and all of their bad decisions and investments, and bad games as well. So let's see. I mean, I'm just on the driver's seat here, and I'm just observing. How far could Tifa could stretch. She could be the savior of Square Enix, or at the same time, she could also be the destroyer of the series. If people will react negatively to this, then I don't know if what the build-up hype that was all over around the build, I mean, since last year. They're building the hype, really, literally. All of them are building the hype, and back when we go forward to this one, and now it's creating negative impact. I'm not sure how negative this is. I mean, I don't have the statistics, the data, but they're talking about this because it's like a gloomy, all sunny, on sun and smiles, like in the past 4 days. Then today, it's a different thing where people were not happy with this. So it's a different phase. Now people are tuning in different tune, unlike for this. So it will be. And I'm just observing. I'm just here, and trying to see will if Tifa will if she will save Square Enix or not. I mean, the FF7 should be about Cloud, of course, and the gang, but with all of these things happening, or with all of these things, looks like I could see that I think the real hero of FF7 remake integrate is really Tifa. But anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. So have a good one, stay safe, and cheers to the next time. See you soon, and goodbye.